Hello, my name is Allison, and I'm presenting a persuasive speech on why I think that you should adopt a dog from a local shelter instead of from a puppy mill or a breeder. First, just a statistic for you guys to think about while I present my speech is that according to the ASPCA website, 3.1 million dogs enter the shelter annually, and 390,000 of those dogs are put down annually. First, we'll be talking about how puppy mills contribute to the high number of dogs that are in shelters. According to the Humane Society website 2023, 10,000 puppy mills operate currently in the United States. 500,000 dogs are kept at puppy mills strictly for breeding, and 2.6 million puppies that come from those puppy mills are sold every year. Another thing that contributes to the number of dogs in shelters is irresponsible pet owners. According to West 2 News, October 17th, 2023, there is actually a maximum occupancy at the SPCA in Titusville, Florida, Brevard County. In Florida, we're currently experiencing a housing crisis, and pet owners are finding new places to live without considering their new residency's pet policies. And instead of finding a home for them and their furry friend, they're simply surrendering their pets to the shelters. Now, to look at some ways that we could solve this problem of numbers of dogs in shelters is we would need to lower the number of puppy mills that are in the United States. With lowering the number of puppy mills that are in the United States, it would give a larger opportunity to dogs in the shelter to be adopted instead of buying a puppy or a dog from a breeder or a puppy mill. We can also use tools like petfinder.com, which is sponsored by Purina, and it's a website where you can see dogs or other animals that are up for adoption and need homes that are in your area around you, which is very convenient. And lastly, another way that we could lower that number of dogs in shelters is by promoting shelter dogs through social media or commercials, or promoting foster programs that shelters have to offer, or even some shelters that offer programs to adopt a dog for a day. With lowering the number of dogs in shelters and increasing the adoption percentage, a future with less dogs in the shelter would mean that our population would be healthier. According to the Health Guide website on October 2nd of 2023, it shows that pet owners are healthier than people who don't own pets. It shows that they're more active, that they're less likely to be depressed, that they have lower triglyceride levels, lower cholesterol, and lower blood pressure. So not only could having more dogs adopted help society's health, but it could also help your mental health as well. In addition to more dogs being adopted and having less dogs in the shelter, this would also mean that if there's less puppy mills, there's less dogs being bred, and if there's less dogs being bred, there's less dogs in the shelter, and less dogs in the shelter means that there's a smaller number of dogs being euthanized. To wrap everything up, I want to remind you guys again that you should go out and you should adopt a dog from your local shelter, and you should not buy a dog from a breeder or a puppy mill. That we should not support people who use animals for human profit, and that you should go out, take a peek at your local shelters if you're considering adding a furry friend to your family. And lastly, this is a picture of my dog Jaeger. I adopted him from the Humane Society in April of 2023. And once again, do not spend hundreds or thousands of dollars on designer dogs that humans use for their own profit when there are millions of dogs that are in the shelter that are looking for homes. So next time you want to add a new pet to your family, go to the shelter. Don't buy from puppy mill or breeders. Thank you again. My name is Allison, and this was my speech on why I think that you should adopt and not shop for dogs. And I'm presenting this speech for my speech communications class at Eastern Florida State College. Thank you.